against San Lucia in our last game, but we just couldn't carry it over into the second half. And so at halftime, we really talked about that. We played a real good first half. We had 15 assists. We were moving the ball, and we really tried to continue to, wanted to impress upon our guys that they had to continue to do that if we were going to be successful. And I thought we went through a couple stretches there where Randy might have forced a few things, and then Willie might have forced a few things, but generally we moved the ball real well and got a lot of stuff off our triangle, which is really what our ultimate goal is. We actually brought in some offense today to simplify our triangle, just to so we take some pressure off some of the new guys having to learn it and disrupt and the fact that they're disrupting some of the older guys. Ironically, we didn't have to use it. We never went to it, but we had it in place. The last 2 or 3 days, we've been practicing some new offense to use it in place. But we ran a triangle really well, so I was real pleased.
So no way to experiment the secret offense.
Well, it's not a secret offense. It's what everybody else runs. But it's simple, and you don't need to have a lot of thought to it. You just go on your instincts, and we just had some things to set up Randy a little bit more. But Randy got into the flow of the triangle so well and was getting good shots that we didn't have to set him up. So
he was on fire in the first quarter.
Yeah, he was on fire, and he was real disappointed with his second half performance last game, and we told him it's just going to take us time to figure him out and for him to figure us out, and not to panic or worry. We're not a team that changes imports, so he just has to settle in and get comfortable and really try to learn what we do. And if he does that, he's going to be really successful because his skills are he's very skilled. He can jump, he can run, he can shoot it. He put the ball on the floor. He's not a limited import like a lot of the other guys.
What's LA doing with quality?
Well, LA gets a little lost, and there's some things that we demand that from our point guards that they do not do, and that's we don't want them to over dribble, and so I got on LA at halftime because I thought he took a really quick three in transition at a time when we had a chance to really extend the lead. But the kid's a fighter, and he comes back out fighting for it, just like his life's on the line. So you got to love that kid. And then LA is just the opposite. He's so cool, calm, and and does everything so well and with thought. And I just think that at some point Larry is going to be the true star in our team. But he just needs to get like Randy, get a feel for what we're doing. But right now, LA, I think, is picking it up faster than everybody else, and we give him a lot more freedom than we do some of the other guys because he can be a lot more creative because of all of his quickness and speed.
Right now, Larry stands for your rotation. Number 7, number 8.
Well, we don't do it by that now. We do it more by backcourt, guards, wings, centers, and right now he's like fourth of our guards. The 2 guard positions. We have Willie in LA, then Jeff and Larry. So those 4 right now are manning our backcourt.
He subs for Jeff.
He subs for Jeff, and we want him to eventually learn how to play some backup point guard, or we think he can be a point guard. Everybody knows that I like big point guards, so if he can do that, that's going to be a huge bonus for us. Yeah, he did for Red Bull. That's one of the reasons we really liked him and really pursued him, because we think he can do it here in our offense. But again, it's also new. Speaking, there's Mike. But I think another unsung hero tonight was Tony. Tony has played 2 really good back-to-back games, and he's starting to get it and feel the triangle, and we feel if we're getting him shots, that means our triangle is working well because we're moving the ball enough that it's going to get into his hands and he's going to be open. So when Tony's getting shots and making shots, we feel our offense is clicking.
I think you think they're very, very fast. Actually, because
yeah, he almost is like playing. You're right. He's almost like playing a small forward, and so exactly we have one power guy out there, and that power guy, Sonny, is quicker than most of the power guys out there. So yeah, we have a lot of quickness. We haven't learned how to use it yet, but we expect to get better with that, and that's something we have recognized as a staff, and something we want to try to push through to as the conference progresses. We see it as a big weapon. But I don't think we're really taking advantage of it right now because we're so locked into trying to run our triangle. But without a doubt, LA really increases the speed of our team.
What's your up next?
Magnolia.
So, like, do you see that game?
Well, you know, I mean, I'm sure it's going to come down to a real interesting battle between LA and Mike for sure, as it always has been. I mean, you know, the Ateneo La Salle rivalries and stuff. But you know, it's really not going to be about those two guys. It's going to be about Alaska versus Magnolia, and they're either going to be 1-1 or they're going to be 0-2 going into that game, which means they're going to need a win desperately, and we're going to need a win desperately. So.
Is there a chance you use your other offensive weapon?
It depends on how well they defend and how much we get stuck on our triangle. I don't want to use it. I will use it if I have to. But we'll give our triangle the first shot. But you know me, I'm a triangle coach, so it takes me a lot to break down and try to do something different.